Hello YouTube, it's me, Andy McCool here. I have yet again to return and to keep my promises here. It is October 31st, 2019, and we're here with my friend Jason.
What's up?
We're here doing our annual ritual of our Halloween horror movies. So we did have a bit of a late start. You care to explain?
Well, unfortunately, the dickheads who I work for has assigned me to work today, which is the first time in 6 years. Believe it or not.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, either way, I had the day off and I was like super psyched, but I just had to wait for my friend Jason to come through, and eventually he did. So now we're here. We're starting our official our movie. So we got like our 2 movies lined up for only this year tonight. So you care to explain what's running up?
Well, the first movie we're about to watch is called Curse of La Llorona, and it's basically a movie that has around the Latin Americans' most favorite vengeful ghost.
Oh yes, as a child I remember that story, and it creeped me out too.
Yeah, I haven't even heard of that story since middle school.
Yeah, I think both of us haven't heard that since middle school, and yeah. Anyway, and we have our second movie, which is a remake
Of Stephen King's Pet Sematary.
Yeah, should be good. And this is a remake from the 1989 version that was made.
Yeah, it's scary. The original was scary on its own, but the remake pretty much ups the ante.
Yeah, pretty much. Just before we have to watch the movie, there's a couple of updates I just want to keep you posted on, and stuff. So yeah, you got any updates?
Nothing comes to mind.
Anything with movies or so?
Well, so far, next week is gonna be the premiere of Dr. Sleep, which is based off another Stephen King novel, which, believe it or not, is the sequel to The Shining.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, Hugh McGregor is going to be starring in the movie Dr. Sleep, which is basically a sequel to The Shining. So if anybody that read the book or so, like when it got released or so, pretty much it's a story about an older Danny growing up and stuff, and he encounters this little girl that has the same similar powers as him, but also that she's in danger from this deadly group who has these powers and is eliminating anybody who has it. So pretty much in order for Danny to save, this girl, he has to go back to the one place that traumatized him from his childhood.
Which means he has to relive every moment that happened when he was like, I'm talking about the 2 creepy twin girls. Probably a flashback of his dad going berserk.
Yeah, pretty much he's gonna have to go back to the Overlook Hotel, and for such things, it's really of a hard thing to go, just going back to the place they used to go before. But anywho, let's see some other updates. Just maybe a couple more until we start this. Oh yeah, I forgot. If anybody has, I know I probably did this, but you did know that there was a remake of the video game Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, and we're talking about the video game version, not the movie version.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
So anywho, I mean, if anybody's has anybody got that game or so, you do know that you can actually unlock different costumes. Not to mention, you can also set the sounds from the original Resident Evil 2, so it gives you that airy look. But so far the game's like pretty awesome, and like you can actually change the boss costume. I think you could change it to Jason Voorhees, Pennywise, and other stuff. Oh, and also another thing. There was also a Friday the 13th video game, which been released like a couple of years back or so.
Yeah, and I saw the cover for it on the Nintendo Switch, and normally I had never seen it on the previous consoles, but that's where I saw it for the Switch.
So pretty much, I mean, like if you haven't played the game, let me just care to explain. It's just like an ordinary Friday the 13th movie. So basically, it starts with a group of teenage counselors and stuff, and they have to survive their horrid night to survive Jason Voorhees. And along the way, you just have to survive the game, survive the night.
Yeah, otherwise you're gonna have a run with a emotionally challenged, unkillable homunculoid.
The tools in the game can definitely help you and pretty much, probably kind of injure you or so. And that's if you use it wisely. But however, there is a couple of things that you can actually do there in the game. You can pretty much help the archetype characters that in the game or so. But you can also try to defeat Jason if you can. And there's a little something that you can actually defeat him instead of just survive it. Because I mean, if you're just surviving, it means you're just running away from Jason. But I saw this on YouTube or so. There's a way that you can actually defeat Jason.
Well, because I haven't known that there's such a thing as a defeat of Jason.
You've seen the Friday the 13th movies like how many times?
Too much one can count.
Okay. Okay, for example, like there's things that you can unlock. You can actually take off Jason's mask.
Yeah, because normally in movies, if you take off his mask, you just see his grotesque face, and he just kills you anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. Also, Jason, because in the game, you can play two ways. One, you can play one of those the camp counselor groups, which you could pick your own type of archetype characters, and basically, which character you pick only has a potential skill for them to survive. So, if you pick the strongest, heck, they'll survive. But if they're the weakest, well,
you get killed, basically.
So anyway, you can also play Jason 2, but the thing is that you would have to track down the counselors. And you can also change your costumes, and there's a little bit of a retro costumes that you could do from the previous movies and probably the retro video game that was in Nintendo.
Mhm.
So yeah. Anyway, the game's still playing or so, and like my friend said, it's on the Nintendo.
The Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo Switch, so pretty much you can play it on the go. So, have your fun and be careful. So anyway, I'm running out of film here, so we're just gonna go ahead and watch the movie. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and watch the movie right now. So I'll talk to you right back as soon as we finish this movie. But don't go anywhere because we're. I know that I made a video last year, but I didn't upload it, so I just want to give you this enjoyment. And this is pretty much like, from last year that I did, because it was a little skit that me and Jason, after watching the movie Venom, he didn't really do that kind of great, but I did a good Venom in voice. Right, Jason?
Yeah, you did good.
Yeah. So, here's the video. Jason.
Who's just said that?
It's me,
Me who?
Andrew. No, for real, it's me. I'm a symbiote, okay? So yeah, actually, I'm in. Well, I don't want to say that because it just seems weird to say it, but yeah, I'm a symbiote. I'm taking over your body, so pretty much that's what I'm doing. So yeah.
Okay then.
And don't worry, I can't read your thoughts, so yeah, So pretty much that's yeah. But yes, we are Andrew. Well, technically you're Jason, but yeah, it's weird saying this, but I can't even do it. What am I thinking? Actually, what are you thinking? Actually, geez, I don't know what I'm thinking.
Probably your conscience induced to something that I ate.
Pretty much. I feel like going to Chipotle. Fetch me a burrito, or else I'll go and do something.
How? I don't even like Chipotle.
Damn it. Okay, yeah. Well, that was a wonderful movie that I just watched. So, pretty scary and stuff.
Yeah, it really was.
So, we're on to our next movie, Pet Sematary, the remake.
Yeah, it's guaranteed to be twice as scary as the original.
Pretty much. Eventually, before watching Halloween, we did see a trailer of Pet Sematary, the remake.
And from the scenes, it looks like the guy has stuck to Stephen King's book prior to the original.
Yeah, I mean, the original, it was too raunchy and, awesome, a classic, but yeah, a little bit scary at the time. I mean, that movie was, basically made, it was 89, right?
Yeah.
89, so basically the year I was born, but yeah, it's still scary and so on, and yeah. So, who knows, the next one, this new one, is going to be probably even more scarier, and yeah.
And in order for that to happen, we're watching a couple remake Stephen King movies, Carrie and Chapter 1 of It.
So yeah, basically we're watching back-to-back Stephen King's remakes, Carrie and It, Chapter 1. Pretty much Chapter 2 is going to be out next year.
Which will portray the adult losers club fighting against the most scariest clown in all of pop culture, aside from the Joker, of course.
Yeah, but in general, clowns just creep me out. I mean, who isn't afraid of clowns? I am.
I always view him as evil incarnate, so hey, he's not the only one.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I do have to say that we're unable to watch Cabin in the Woods. I mean, I watched it on AMC.
And I watch it at Sci-Fi, so...
Oh, yeah, Sci-Fi. I watched that Sci-Fi, so yeah, we pretty much both watched Cabin in the Woods, so... Yeah. Enough to complete that ritual. Yeah, don't you think?
Yep.
Yeah, so anyway, we're just going to be watching these movies and stuff, but more along, we will be just doing our daily routine. Well, not daily, but you just, for every Halloween, we're just going to, just do something new and stuff, and yeah. So, we're just going to watch this, and we'll get right back to, just for this day. And, so, pretty much, any updates? One more update.
No no other updates come to mind.
Oh wait, I think I have one update. Don't know if it counts, but no updates. So we're just gonna watch the movie and we'll come right back to anything. Anything before we watch the movie?
No, nothing at all.
Any tips and things and for Halloween stuff? Just stay safe. You don't want to say anything
Well, there is one thing. Either rent or buy the movie Trick or Treat and take some notes, because they pretty much tell you the do's and don'ts what to do on Halloween.
Oh yeah, okay, that's a good example. So remember, the first rule of Halloween is...
Well, for one thing, you have to leave your jack-o'-lantern lit until midnight.
Yeah, you have to keep it lit until midnight, okay? Do not blow the candles out of it, okay? You do not want to do that.
And you always have to treat the trick-or-treaters with respect, like give them candy and such, and try to poison them like the classic razors and the apples or urban meth. You might visit a bad case of karma.
Trivia fact on that: in the Halloween 2, in the movie, there was a kid with his mom in the movie that went to the hospital due to the fact that his mouth was bleeding due to the fact that there was razor blades in the candies.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, it also did the same thing with Night of the Demons. Well, actually, he did that to himself, so pretty much, yeah, joke's on him.
Uh-huh.
And lastly, third,
and this is the most important rule of all: always respect the dead and the spirits that come here to this day once a year. If you don't, you're gonna have a little miniature demonic killer with a sack on his head and hunt you down.
Also, I kind of wanted to point out, just yesterday I heard about the passing of John Witherspoon. Many of you have known him to be Craig's dad from the Friday series, and also he was in the Marlon Wayne's brother show, and not to mention he played Granddad in the Boondocks Kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was sad that he passed away. And he was such a very talented actor / comedian. Not to mention he also worked with the late Richard Pryor earlier back in his days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll never forget his memorable moment. Hot sauce in the burrito.
Yeah, that laughed my ass off.
Language.
Sorry.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. it was awesome that scene that he took the guy's hot sauce. Yeah. But I'll never forget that scene in the first one when he was in the kitchen and he was eating the grapes and just talking about there's no milk or there's all the food and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite scene of one of John Witherspoon's in his role in the Friday series?
Well, probably when we had to rush to the gas station bathroom because he ate that hot sauce, and I speak from experience how much.
Okay, that's too much information. Okay, yeah, but yeah. Anyway, not to mention on that scene when the gas station scene, there was also a cameo appearance from one of the original cast members from the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
But he also gave that signature line that John Witherspoon did from the first movie. He said, whatever you do, you might want to like wait for another 5 minutes or so before going in. Something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I kind of want to honor for him because he's been such a really fun guy, and I really wish I met him too. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, then we're just gonna watch this movie, and we'll come right back to you. So yeah, we just finished watching Pet Sematary, and that includes of our Halloween horror movie ritual. So I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Hopefully, my friend Jason will be my co-host.
Mm-hmm.
But on my next vlog, I will be doing some interviews with one of my favorite friends I have, and hopefully I could do one with Jason too. Mm-hmm. He's my best friend.
That's right, buddy.
Yeah. So I'll see you there, and YouTube, you stay classy and stay safe too.
Mm-hmm.